as COVID-19 cases rise by 630% in 10 days. This is in a Punch newspaper with the picture of Minister of State for Health, Dr. Ronke Giwa. It says the federal government on Thursday warned Nigerians to take responsibility for their health as COVID-19 cases continue to rise in the country. The Minister of State for Health, Dr. Ronke Giwa, who stated this in an interview with a Punch correspondent, said among other measures, there was the need for Nigerians to take responsibility to tackle coronavirus. Mamora said this as COVID-19 cases continue to increase, with the country recording 5,398 infections between December 6th and 15th. Data obtained from the Nigeria Center for Disease Control on Thursday indicated a sharp increase in infections as only 739 cases were recorded between November 26th and December 5th, indicating 630.45% increase within 10 days. When asked on what the federal government would do in view of the increase in cases, Mamora stated that the government would continue to strengthen existing measures. But he said it's essentially to strengthen the existing measures through advocacy, awareness creation, education, and emphasis on the need for people to take responsibility for their health. So at the end of the day, they're only going to tell you the right thing to do. The onus is on you to do the right thing. Earlier on, I took the headline, Buhari snubs calls to visit North, jets out to Turkey with wife and 7 ministers. I'll take a few paragraphs from that headline. And it says the president has snubbed calls to visit northern Nigeria amid the rising insecurity in the region. Rather, the president on Thursday traveled with his wife Aisha and 7 ministers to Istanbul to attend the 3rd Turkey-Africa Partnership Summit. Buhari had come under attack in recent times due to the rising insecurity in the region, with youths campaigning with the hashtag Secure North and hashtag North is Bleeding. As of Thursday evening, over 32,000 people had signed a petition on change.org calling on the president to declare a state of emergency in parts of Kaduna, Zamfara, Sokoto, Katsina due to the insecurity, even as the president had refused to visit victims. Now, during protests on Wednesday, demonstrators said the president should personally visit communities attacked bandits rather than sending delegates there. Some northern groups faulted the president's decision to visit Lagos for the book launch of All Progressive Congress chieftain Bisi Akande, barely 2 days after a busload of passengers were burnt alive by bandits in Sokoto State. Defending the president on Monday, the Minister of Police Affairs, Maigari Dingyadi, said it was impossible for the president to pay condolence visits to victims, adding that sending a delegation was proper. These attacks are happening almost on a daily basis, and it is not possible for the president to visit all the places for condolences. And if you send a delegation, it is as if you were there. It's all the same, he said. However, the senior special assistant to the president on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, said in a statement on Thursday that the president had traveled to Turkey for a summit themed Enhanced Partnership for Common Development and Prosperity, which will be hosted by President Recep Tayyip Erdogan of the Republic of Turkey. Now, I can see why people feel, obviously, it is insensitive that you'd visit a book launch and not visit casualties, victims, you know. But on the other hand, like they've said, this is something that's become a normal occurrence in these parts. And that, again, is still something that stops at the bulk of the president at the end of the day. Even though, yes, the government, they say the governors get security votes, they need to obviously be responsible as well. But, I mean, the fact that this kind of thing, killings, kidnappings, have become a normal thing, it should be a shameful thing for anybody, who's at the helms of affairs. And the fact that we keep still showing face in international events and not obviously carry the shame that, our people are dying on a daily basis. So no matter how you look at it, and no matter how his aides want to explain it, at the end of the day, this looks bad. It just looks really, really bad. Let's move on to this story that says, as part of measures to curb the spread of insecurity, especially in the northwest part of the country, the chairman of the Northwest Governors Forum, Aminu Bello Masari, has called for permission to allow citizens of the country to bear arms for self-defense. Masari, who's the governor of Katsina State, said it is totally unacceptable to allow criminals to carry arms and use the same to attack and kill unarmed. The governor stated this when he led some of his colleagues in the region on a condolence visit to Sokoto Governor Aminu Waziri Tambuwal and the people on the state. He emphasizes, in the state, I beg your pardon, he emphasizes that dealing with insecurity has nothing to do with religion or ethnic groups. And he said we need an unusual approach to deal with these people who are nothing but animals terrorizing our people across the country. He called for collective efforts by both the leaders and its citizens to take ownership of all its forests across the country from bandits and other criminal activities. In his remarks, the governor of Kano State, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, also described reserved forests, especially in the northern parts of the country, as homes of criminals. He said the call for the reclaiming of the forest is now or never. It is no more an issue of farming or hunting in our forests, but for us to take full ownership of the forest, he added. Sokoto State Governor Aminu Wazir Tambuwal commended the governors and the entourage for finding time to visit the state at this period of time. And he described bandits killing people as criminals who do not have any ideology but target anyone irrespective of religion or political affiliation. I mean, this is just super sad. This is must be frustrating for these governors. This is just really sad because these are human beings. These are people who are connected to other people, and to think that this kind of things just happen. I mean, how many people want to take up arms? How many people want to take up arms? And I mean, you can imagine how chaotic that will be. So obviously, this government definitely needs to do something. Definitely needs to step up. We've been calling for them to step up for such a long time and take a hold of this chaos that's happening in the Northwest. Because it is just pathetic, to be honest. And I'll race through a few more headlines real quickly from the Punch newspaper. Hoodlum arrested for kidnapping Ondo female worshippers during vigil, others held. Also in the papers this morning, NJC sanctions 3 judges for conflicting rulings, 1 on watch lists. All right, as my time is almost up, I'll take a few more from the Tribune newspaper. There's 50% of land mass in my domain taken over by terrorists. Plateau traditional ruler cries out. Also in this, Olabode George says, BC Akonde's book contains fallacies, should be conscripted into dustbin. That's in the papers as well. And male presidential governorship tickets in Nigeria. Oyefusi. Definitely about time to, give more women a chance to, take political office spaces, to take spaces, and definitely that's a fact. All right, that's all we can do today on Straight from the Dailies. Thank you for listening. Sports Bang is coming up at 7:30 without fail, so make sure to sit tight. That'll be coming to you at 7:30. By 8 o'clock, I'll be right back here with the rest of the gang on the breakfast show at 8 o'clock, so make sure to join us then. We'll be looking at some of the trending stories this week. We'll be looking out for your reactions and comments, and do make sure to join us then. All right, just to be sure that I haven't got any text messages this morning, so that I don't have anyone on my neck. I've got just one. I'll take this. Good morning, Ronnie. Good to have you back. Buhari rejecting direct primaries is anti-democracy. All right, thank you, Timothy. Don't forget to join us at 8 o'clock, Timothy. It will be a very interesting time with Oluwaseun Akinola, myself, and Charity Jerome. All right, until then, sit tight. I will talk to you later.
Morning Splash. Morning Splash.
Morning Splash.